The MoneroTopia guest segment is sponsored by Cake Wallet. Store, send, receive, and exchange your Monero and Bitcoin safely on iOS and Android too. Cake Wallet is open source, and you always control your own keys.
All right, what's going on, guys?
Hello, Douglas,
Hi.
and hello, Shortwave Surfer. Thanks for having us on the stream on a short notice, but we appreciate it regardless.
Yeah, no, we love having you guys on, and I'm trying to bring on now everybody that's participating in the conference. So from here on out, hopefully all the Monero talks and MoneroTopia shows will be with people that will be presenting or doing workshops or sponsoring. So we want to bring you guys on because you're going to be participating in MoneroTopia. You're going to be, like you did last year, you're going to be giving a talk as well. And maybe we'll be doing the Monero ATM stuff. I know that's kind of up in the air, but we could get into that. So thanks for coming on, guys. I mean, what's kind of first and foremost on your mind these days regarding Monero?
Actually, prior to the stream, we were not aware about the Monero price being this high, so that's some good news. We're
That's
pretty
a
happy.
pleasant surprise. Because we have lots of it.
I love it. I love it. You know, I had a guy on the show last night, and like the price was approaching 420, and he was like losing his shit. He was like, he spent the whole show watching the price, and it was a little awkward. I was like, all right, yeah, no, this is fun, but you know, like it's not really that big a deal. Like it's a different culture, I think, in Monero land, right? Obviously, we want the price to go up. We really do. I think Monero's price needs to go up just so it stays relevant. So it's an indication of growth. It will help feed the whole ecosystem. There'll be more liquidity, more money in the ecosystem. There'll be more funding out there for people to do projects. But yeah, it's not like, I don't know. I'm not one of these guys that just watches the price all day. You guys are definitely not that as well. So
Yeah.
In our
surprise.
minds, it's still 250.
you value Monero too.
You and I think very similar.
That's interesting. I value it at like $1,000 in my mind, honestly. Like that's like the number I always have. So I'm just waiting for it to hit the fair value of 1,000 or at least a little over 1,000. But that doesn't mean I don't spend it now. I do spend it all the time, and I just make sure I have more coming in than going out. Right? It's just like dollars. Right? As long as I have more coming into my bank account than going out, that's all I care about in terms of Monero.
Yep, you want your Monero wallet to get fatter and fatter.
Right, but you want to spend it as you go, right? So the only way to really do that is to live off of it, right? So not only spend it, but you need Monero coming in as income, right? You need to be getting paid in Monero. You need to be working for Monero. How do you guys earn your Monero? I assume that's partially how you got some of it, right? Are you guys earning Monero?
Oh yeah, most of it came from our earnings. I think all of it came from our earnings, actually.
That's
Never
awesome.
bought Monero in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I've been mainly exchanging to get Monero, but within the next probably couple of months or whatever, I should be getting paid for a job in Monero. So
Okay. You want to tell us what that is, or is it top secret?
that's top secret. That's need to know information, and you don't need to know.
Okay. All right.
We accept
All right.
Monero in our businesses. DigiLol and Rastersec.
Okay. Why don't you tell everybody what that is?
So last stream we were on. We only had DigiLol. Well, it's pronounced DigiLol, right? DigiLol. So you don't have difficulties next time.
It doesn't roll off the tongue for me. DigiLol. DigiLol.
I say
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
I guess
What does it stand for?
Digi and then lol, loud
Oh
of
my God.
loud.
Wait.
Nice.
Okay.
It's not that deep.
Go tell us what.
What DigiLol does? It's an agency of software developers and security engineers.
We exist for, I guess, 3 years now. We accept Monero, other cryptocurrencies as well, euros also, obviously. We do software development, system administration, managed hosting, also penetration testing. And so most of our customers are actually coming in for the penetration testing and cybersecurity services. But since we offer so many of these services, sometimes like we get most of our customers are also B2B, so like they are other businesses, and they get the idea that since we have such a large service catalog, that security is not our primary offering. So that is how RasterSec was born. Through RasterSec, we offer more cybersecurity services, and it's more appealing to these like large enterprises. But in there, we also still accept Monero.
Awesome.
That's very fresh thing, RasterSec, right here.
Yeah, we got merged last week.
Have you guys ever posted your services on XMR Bazaar?
I think somebody posted for us, but it's not
You should
us.
do like a business listing on there. Oh, somebody else did it for you? Okay.
I think so.
You should put it up.
Was it like Alina XMR, something like?
Aaliyah? Yeah. Maybe she put it up.
I think so.
Because I just saw on XMR Bazaar somebody had pen testing up there. So
we do that.
That's cool.
But we might be a bit more expensive.
What's that?
We might be a bit more expensive than usual.
You guys?
Yeah.
Because you guys are the real deal.
We used to get. I mean, we still get like Monero customers, but unfortunately now it's like we're a bit too expensive.
Some people avoid us.
Yeah.
In B2C sector, they started avoiding us, but we get more B2B.
Okay. All right. So the people that are really willing to invest into that, right?
Unfortunately, security is like an afterthought for most businesses. Also, like if they are small, they don't need compliance like most Monero businesses.
So they can also pick someone cheaper.
So give me an example of like what one of your clients may be that's gonna like.
Oh, so it's RasterSec. I mean, the RasterSec is still legal, but our customer base, like, and my client base, these are usually like medium-sized to large companies. We also do white label, but I cannot name these US-based pen test companies. So we do pen tests for their clients as well, but I'm under NDA. So, but our customers, like some include banks, US government contractors. Let's say like they have assets of tens of thousands of servers. I think the largest I've seen was around 500,000. So these companies have huge cybersecurity budgets and tooling everywhere. Like, let's say $500,000 they pay for certain tooling I've seen. For them, we run their vulnerability management programs. We tune their tooling to adapt for like recent cybersecurity threats. We deal with coverage as well as risk and compliance. So we kind of went on like full corporate in a way.
Awesome.
See, the CIA budget, the CIA black budget that they have in Monero, they pay these guys to pen test for them.
The seized money. Yeah.
Thomas and Jefferson tipped 0.0012345678 Last night you requested someone send an XMR chat. I sent one. You never showed it or read it. Was that very nice of you, sir? No, it was not. I have the honor to be your most humble and obedient servant. I apologize. Sometimes I miss them. I try not to. I didn't miss that one though. Sorry, Thomas Jefferson. So guys, how about in terms of Monero, what are you guys working on? Are you guys working on the Monero Pay stuff? What Monero related things are you guys up to right now?
Yeah, I'm actually working on Monero Pay, and I'm working on it to also have something to present at MoneroTopia and something new, some improvements. So it's one of the old requested features that I'm working on. So for example, to have, like, we currently have a feature to create a wallet if it doesn't exist. So you install Monero Pay, it creates a wallet. It's a full wallet, that can also send and view transactions. So it's what I'm trying to do right now is to make it so you could create a wallet on startup. It prints out basically the seed and then keeps only the view wallet. So you can have like better security. Like you don't really need to spend the functionality, so you just make sure it creates a view-only wallet. You save the seed.
Some of the features we were planning and discussing with the Nodo guys, right?
Yeah, it's one of those features.
Yeah.
And also want to make a better example of how to use it. So basically, like something a little bit simpler than our previous project, which was Monero. So to basically showcase the merchant flow of MoneroPay, so they can grab the code samples and make their own integration very easily.
I haven't been keeping up with MoneroTopia podcast. Have you guys interviewed Bank Exit community from France?
They've been on, yes. They jump on. They jump on every once in a while. I know they were working on like a Monero map, and then we were going to try to team up with them with XMR Bazaar and integrate their map.
They're really going strong with the French-speaking community. We've been in talks with them. Also, we're helping them build an ATM. They're buying the parts. They're building a case. They also built. They're still in the process of building, but they're building, I think, Android-based UI for the ATM. So we are just helping other people build ATMs. I don't know.
Yeah, let's build one for MoneroTopia. Come on.
Yeah, we want to. We want to definitely.
So, what is this one that you're building for them? Can we just duplicate it and like?
They're building themselves. It's open source project.
Oh, okay.
They're just helping a little bit.
Yeah,
so they're just using your software and they're building. They're doing the rest. Okay, but maybe we can learn from them and replicate it on our end. Like.
Oh yeah, definitely. They are going to be making a case. They joined our Monero ATM organization on GitHub, so their repo is also available in that same organization.
Awesome.
They will be open sourcing everything, which is really good. And they have French instructions. They're just growing this ATM community more.
And so what is their plan with the ATM? Like, what are they gonna? Is it kind of like what we were thinking at MoneroTopia type? Like, they want to make it a real functioning, like trustless peer-to-peer ATM, or what is this thing gonna end up being?
Honestly, did they ever tell us? Because I don't remember, because they are Europe-based and, the laws here are quite strict. It's not like Mexico, so I have no idea what they're planning to do.
Right, so I'm wondering, and it's going to function like you guys have proposed, right? Where it's just bringing together buyers and sellers, but there's no, obviously, central authority involved. You're just trading. Essentially, I see it as like a local Monero box, like a local Monero machine. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
And also promotional material. I mean, having an ATM is obviously a good promotional material.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it would be perfect at Puerto Roma in Mexico City, a huge city, 20 million people, and there's just this little oasis where, we have this marketplace that's open to using it. It just feels like the perfect place for a Monero ATM, because their biggest concern is when they accept Monero, how do they go, back into pesos if they want? And if we had this ATM there, that would kind of be their lifeline. And then I'm sure we'd have people around Mexico City that are like true Monero people that would then just be going to the ATM to buy the Monero off the vendors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we would love to build an ATM there, but like our main issue is supply chain related. How do we get the equipment over? Because with Bowdy what was it? Bowdy Anarchist, the guy?
Bowdy, yeah, he does price report. He'll be up on here soon. Yeah, he helped you guys last year try to find something, right?
Yes, we went to this, I guess, central markets. Like they had basically everything in regards to like PC hardware, cashier machines, but I guess this like kiosk thing never really kicked off in Mexico. But in Europe, we have like abundance of these machines. Maybe they're for tickets, self-service. We even had like strange things like internet kiosks. Just you pay to use the internet onto the kiosk.
Basically, what we made in the MoneroCon.
Yeah, we upcycled that machine, turned it into an ATM.
But I think for MoneroTopia, the most approachable path would be to get something from AliExpress or Alibaba and import it to Mexico and just port the software on the hardware that already exists, because the schedule is pretty tight. And
but do you think would we be able to get something up and running that way, or that would just be more
I think that way we would be able to get it working. Yeah. ideally, it would be the best if we could get a machine over here and one there, so we can develop it locally and then also develop it there. But that also increases the expenses twice.
Yeah. Well, what if you got one there and just started working on it, and then we ship it to Mexico? I mean, how, I don't know. Maybe it might not be that crazy.
Logistic hell. The machine is massive. It was very difficult to get the machine to Portugal because we got rid of the one after MoneroCon.
Somebody bought it.
Yeah.
We don't know what they're doing with it. It should be running still.
We had to ship from Prague to Portugal in some village. It was a hell.
The guy was in last MoneroTopia. We saw him and he said, "Oh, the machine is running." Like, that's how I know it's running. We're not spying on him or anything.
Well, Prague to Portugal is not that bad. I mean, you throw it in a truck, in a van, and you drive it over. But getting it to Mexico, that's a whole nother adventure. Jagermasterman tipped 0.002 XMR. Shout out to the legendary Jagermaster shots with you guys. You were doing Jägermeister with them?
An Irish pub, I think.
Oh my god.
That's funny. You guys got fans.
They were customers of the machine, I remember.
Jägermeister is dangerous.
Yeah, I was so sad for that night.
I think that night delayed the launch of the ATM in Monero.
You guys had a good time at MoneroTopia, though, right?
Oh yeah.
That was yeah. That was definitely a good one.
That's why we're thrilled to go next year.
Yeah, it's coming up soon, February.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna come
Be a
fast.
busy February for us. We have to visit Fosdem in Belgium, and then right after that, we have to fly to Mexico.
Awesome. Who are you visiting in Belgium?
Fosdem, it's like a biggest open source.
Fosdem. Okay. Very cool. So, I mean, other than Monero Pay, and obviously the Monero ATM thing, is there anything else Monero related that you guys are a part of, contributing to? Just
Irem can present her plans for the talk.
Actually, we have a project, but are we allowed to disclose it?
That one's still in early days. Sometime next talk maybe.
Okay. Well, there is something.
Now you're piquing our interest. That's good marketing.
Like, we have a partner. That's all I can say. And yeah, it's in the development.
Okay. All right.
Right. I almost did like this vendor pitch to you guys. Sorry about that. But I was going to tie this to us, like cyberpunks and just people in the privacy community, these like Monero businesses, people who accept Monero, like regular employees, developers in this community, or just Monero companies that are looking to hire. We don't have such budgets like these large enterprises, but we kind of have like targets thrown on our backs because these months, there's lots of fraud and phishing and targeted attacks towards us. Like we observed in RasterSec, we observed in Digalol. These can be like spear phishing. For example, the things that happened to us is like we got this customer, which wasn't really a customer. He had a whole scenario going. He was like, I'm building a training platform. Can you guys help code? It will be about cryptocurrency education. I can pay in Monero. And then it was actually spear phishing. He tried to get us to download fake Zoom binaries, and these were just ratted. But we were in talks for some time. But like we did realize something was off. We did push him to tell us more information. This is just one of the cases. It was very dedicated. In these cases, like we worked with some governments, other threat intelligence to report these cases. We also had employment fraud.
Wait, so what was it? What were they trying to do? What was the?
So basically, we were targeted as a company because we openly said that we accept crypto, we accept Monero. and we offer like software development, whatever. So these guys came up to us and they said, we are building an education platform. We want you guys to program some parts of it, and we will pay you in Monero.
Right.
We were going to like hop on an initial call for like a consultation planning, and they tried to get us to download fake Zoom binaries. We were like, we noticed.
So you think they were just trying to like steal crypto from you, or
Yes.
okay.
So exactly how it worked was like,
Yeah.
they sent us an email through Calendly. You can send basically like book a meeting or something, right?
Okay.
And there was like a fake Zoom link. Like it was pretty dedicated. It was like zoom.us, something similar, like to legit Zoom. You click on it, right? It tells you need to download the client. The clients are obviously ratted. Like there's
remote access control. They try to get into our systems,
motherfuckers. They fuck with the wrong people on that one.
Yes. And
did you guys turn like try to like look back, like, get back at them?
Playing in them,
Yeah, they're playing them.
So how far did it go?
Identity of a popular cryptocurrency educator, podcaster. I forgot the name of the guy, but he's very big on LinkedIn. We reached out to him and said, somebody's using your identity. This happened to us. This was one of the cases. Something else happened. We took over their operation. They were using like Telegram. We compromised the whole thing. We got access into their stolen credentials feeds. We reported it to authorities. Kind of like to cover their operation.
Wow.
So my talk was going to be about like how to build your open source security operations center, since we don't have such a high budget, but we have open source tooling to the rescue. I was going to talk about like how to do vulnerability management, how to monitor your systems, how to detect intrusion, like these aspects I wanted to cover.
Awesome. Big Booty Latina tipped 0.01 XMR. You guys rock. I think merchant processing is super important. Yeah.
Without that, what's the point of currency, right? Like Monero.
Yeah, I mean, we there's a lot of work to do in Monero with regard to that, right? Where we made a lot of progress. I know every time I talk to you guys, I talked about BTC Pay Server as well. Like ask you guys to compare the two, Monero Pay to. But yeah, what is kind of your latest thoughts on BTC Pay Server versus what Monero Pay will do and be?
We don't like BTC Pay Server because it's difficult to maintain and it's bloated. Like I see no purpose for it to exist, to be fair.
Now, how do I get like so MoneroTopia.com, for example? We use WordPress and then we're using WooCommerce. We were using the Monero Gateway. I don't even know if you know what that is. That was like the original plugin for WooCommerce that you could use. And then just recently, we finally got BTC Pay Server going on there. It was a bit of a process, but we have it up and running. How do we get to the point where I could, as a noob, as a Luddite, right? But a Monero user, how could I easily implement Monero Pay into WooCommerce?
Oh, as of now, it's not easy. I can say that much. It's more
right. So maybe that would be. Is that I'm assuming is that on your to-do list?
It was as part of the Monero project, but right now it's on hold because we didn't get any funding for it, and we just went priority to the rock bottom. To be fair,
you tried to get funding where?
Initially. CCS, but we abandoned that. Like basically, that didn't go through. Then we were recommended to try the Magic Fund. That also didn't go through.
What the fuck?
People didn't. They said the committee said that they don't need an open source solution.
What?
They were happy with the non-custodial.
They said like OxaPay. Literally, one of them said, I'm not going to vote for you because OxaPay exists.
And OxaPay is a SaaS solution out there. They own your.
What's OxaPay? Well, I don't even know what that is.
I don't want to shill it. It's proprietary SaaS. I don't know. He just said that.
But what does that do? How does that even get the job done? How does that help me accept Monero on WooCommerce?
You can accept it, but they own your money, then you can cash it out.
What is it called? OxoPay? It's like an instant exchange. It's just like now payments. Like now payments.
Exactly.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, no, that was the reason you didn't get the funding? No way. That's sad. What?
Oh man.
No.
Maybe upset.
Maybe because they thought BTC Pay, there was that work going on with BTC Pay server and implementing that, because I could see they're analogous, right?
Yes.
Maybe that was the reasoning. Which still, I don't think that's a good reason, because I think we should have our own version, Monero based, and more the better. More ways to potentially receive Monero, and then you guys can compete against, there'd be another competing thing to BTC Pay. Maybe it becomes better for Monero users.
We didn't ask for a lot, and I think just committee at the time, not community, they didn't do their homework. Like, I don't believe they did any research on this. They are not merchants, and they're certainly not qualified to evaluate our project. I think that's what went wrong.
This is a problem. That's not good. That's not good.
Also,
if people like you guys are looking to do a project like that, that needs to get funded right away.
We need Alaska Anon on Magic Grants.
Yeah, or I guess we need other things. Obviously, we have Kuno, but actually, I think you would get the funding on Kuno. How much funding were you looking for to do it? How much funding would you need to create something that works as seamlessly or even better than BTC Pay Server in terms of implementing it into WooCommerce? Me as a noob, I could just add it as a plugin, get it up and running.
I think we asked for
don't remember
15,000.
I really don't remember.
But it was like including MoneroPay, including Metronero, including I think add-ons as well for like WordPress plugins. I mean, WooCommerce to Celius, I think, as well.
I think that's a worthy thing to raise funds.
So like
for.
40 Monero, roughly?
Yeah, 30, 40 Monero.
It didn't. I don't remember the Monero amount at the time. Like, I think that was now quite some time ago.
Well, consider posting it as a Kuno or anything. And if you do, I'll help you promote it here on the show. We can try to raise funds for it.
What do you think of using Kuno to raise the machine for the ATM for Mexico?
Yeah, we could do that. We get people to chip in, and then I'll chip in funds too from the conference. We could put a budget to it. I don't want to spend too much on it, but if it's really gonna, if we say, hey Doug, here's this machine, we found this machine over there, it's gonna cost this much to get it, and we know that it will actually turn into something and not just be like a thing that we kind of just turns into a science project, but it actually becomes a working thing. I'd find the money for it.
The pre-built machine in China costs roughly 5,000 euros plus minus.
Okay. The one that we'd have shipped from China. 5,000 euro. Oh, that's a new one. That's like a new machine.
Yeah, a full machine. Yeah.
Okay.
That does two ways. It can take in the money and can spit out the money. The one we had in MoneroCon was one way you could only put in cash.
There was the guy selling ATM machines on XMR Bazaar, like a whole bunch of that he had in that he was trying to get out of the business. Supposedly, I don't know. And then I started DMing with him, talking with him. He seems legitimate. I didn't get any major red flags. And then I proposed the idea of just trying to buy one. He was looking for somebody to buy out his whole business for
Was it in USA?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be much more difficult than getting machine from China with the recent shenanigans?
No, I don't think so. No. I could freaking drive that thing down there at that point.
That's good work. Yeah, that's a good idea. But how are the machines? Are they totally borked, or you think they're...
No, not borked. I don't think so at all. They're Bitcoin ATMs.
Oh yeah, we could work with that.
Maybe.
Two-way or one-way?
Again, I asked him. I was like, "What would be involved in adding Monero?" He's like, "I don't think much." He's like, "I think it's certainly possible." And then I don't think I told him the whole ATM thing, but I was like, would it be possible to just buy one? And he was a little apprehensive about that. So maybe I should push him on that.
Yeah.
Maybe that I don't know. If
yeah, two-way or one-way machine?
One-way machine. What if
no, it was a two-way machine, I think.
Two-way. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That would be perfect.
I'm curious about.
I sent you guys the link, I think. Let me see.
I'm curious if it's possible to program it to accept pesos.
I haven't seen the link.
Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
At some point, I sent it to you.
Because if it only accepts USD, it's pretty useless in Mexico.
We can push him. Like, we must ask him, do you have a reprogramming kit and program it for pesos? Then no problems.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can find the guy if he's still around.
Because usually to reprogram it, you need to ask the vendor, because those programming kits, they're very difficult to get. Almost impossible usually,
I'm trying to find it on XMR Bazaar. I'll look later.
Because the bill acceptor we brought last time, it accepts euros, but we cannot reprogram it. Like, to reprogram it, we would have to basically ship it out to one of the vendors.
And the with regards to Monero Pay, are there things maybe you think we could do at the conference with Monero Pay to for the vendors? Trying to. I know. Monero Con had those little devices that they were trying to use. That would basically allow people to just like little POS systems. Do you think that's something we might want to try to do? Or once again, I mean, obviously that's.
I'm not sure what they had. I wasn't at the conference last time.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, so we got to talk
busy.
to.
You're busy.
Yeah, because. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we could talk to other people about that. I know they like. I don't know if they actually got it off the ground. Shortwave, you know what I'm talking about?
I've seen pictures. I think they did use those. It was working for them.
Yeah, that would be cool to get going.
It's just do you guys really need that? Because
no, that's the thing with I don't really understand. Like, I get what they're supposed to be doing, but for people use their smartphones. They use a wallet on the phone. I don't really know what problem it's solving at that point, unless people want paper receipts. But who the hell wants a paper receipt when you're buying something with Monero at a freaking in Mexico City? The whole point is right. Like let me buy some marijuana. Send you some Monero. I don't need the receipt. I don't need the receipt.
A paper receipt. I bought 1 ounce of marijuana, 2 grams of LSD. No,
there's nothing. Whoa. None of that's going on there, Shorewave.
It sucks.
There are some medicinal mushrooms. There's a lot of good stuff in MoneroTopia.
Probably not needed in Mexico.
Take it to consumer protection. It didn't help with my asthma.
So yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with you. I don't really know what those POS those systems how that's really going to add a lot of usability. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I don't really see it. I agree with you. Right?
Doesn't US have requirements to provide receipts?
Yeah, I mean, if you're running a store and you're in a store, maybe that would. I guess to just prove concept at the marketplace would be cool if you could have one functioning. You could have one serious vendor using it, and then you're just showcasing proof of concept, and then obviously it would make more sense in a brick and mortar setting. Somebody who's accepting Monero every day, maybe it can make sense. I don't know.
Because if you don't have a way to get receipts, Monero will be just used for shady activities only. You want to use it for regular commerce, you have to follow the books to some extent.
The bazaar don't.
No, it's not used for shady only. No.
It's used for Monero. It was very good cheese.
Yeah. Oh, you bought it on XMR Bazaar?
Oh no, I bought in MoneroTopia.
In MoneroTopia.
Yeah,
have you guys bought it? Go ahead, Charway.
Yeah, you don't use XMR Bazaar for shady things. You use XMR to Bazaar to buy laundry detergent, which is what I did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one of the annoying things that the Zcashers are doing with this pump is part of it is shitting on Monero and saying Monero is only used for criminal uses. And that's their brand. Like, what the fuck? And at the same time calling themselves cypherpunks. It's very they're really walking a tight line with that one.
We do legal things. We protect companies from cyber attacks, and we got paid in Monero before, but nobody has paid us in Zcash. Maybe they're the shady ones.
Exactly. All my businesses are legal. I get paid in Monero all the time. I pay people in Monero all the time that are doing legal things. Yeah. So that will change. That that will change over time. But it's kind of a real kick in the face coming from the Zcashers, who are at the same time really embracing the cypherpunkness of Zcash, but yet calling Monero a tool that's only used by criminals. It's like, hello, like it's like as you don't get any more hypocrisy than that, right?
Yeah, we don't really follow I guess all of this is happening over Twitter, right?
Yeah, you guys are. It's good. It's better. Turn it off. But yeah, anybody that's on Twitter right now that's in crypto, that's what they're saying. I mean, it's really being pumped out there.
Yeah, just what we observe is people paying Monero. Nobody ever suggested or requested Zcash from us.
Well, good thing in Monero is you cannot really taint it, so it's very safe for businesses to accept it. I would be skeptical about accepting Zcash.
Yeah? What are your thoughts? Give us your thoughts.
I mean, you can taint it, right? So a tainted Zcash might put you as a business owner in trouble if you accept it.
Well, how would you taint a Monero Zcash? I mean, a Zcash. Obviously, the transparent ones, but the shielded. How would you taint the shielded
ones? I think most exchanges or stuff like now payments, I don't think they even accept those.
Well, one thing that matters for us is I don't really know how Zcash works. I just know there's the shielded one and the transparent. There are two options, right? How do we make sure that they send us the non-transparent one?
Whoa. There's transparent addresses and shielded addresses, so it's not like.
Well, we would provide them with a shielded address.
Yeah.
I think Litecoin has similar.
But then, if you shield your Zcash, you can't use it on any kind of exchange or anything because they'll only take transparent addresses. They'll just if you send an exchange shielded Zcash, they'll just steal your money.
Well, then we should not be using
it's useless, right? What's the point of it again?
Well, I think Gemini accepts shielded transactions, which sounds crazy, but I think they do. I'm gonna look that up. Or is it that you could send off the exchange to a shielded? I'm not sure. That might be it.
Everything's private or nothing's private.
Yeah, no, obviously I agree, right? You think it should be private by default, right? And then
no,
you
it
can
should be
opt
private
out.
only.
Private only. Well, I mean, Monero has view keys, so you want to get rid of view keys?
Yeah, but the second you send it out to someone else's wallet, that recipient, who doesn't have to disclose his view keys.
Right. But my point is, it's private by default, but you can opt in to showing.
It's more like for accounting, It's not really anonymizing Monero or anything. It's just you want to show, your followers, for example, where donations are going or something like. That's what it exists for.
Yeah, I agree. Zorb Avenger. The real question is, why don't criminals use Zcash? LOL. Yeah, I don't know.
I would like to see who uses Zcash in the first place.
Slave blocker. What about a Miss MoneroTopia? Okay. Sure, why not? All right, guys. Yeah, very excited to have you guys down in Mexico City. We'll continue to talk about the ATM thing. Like I said, I'm down to throw a budget at it if we could find something. 5,000, that's a little high. I don't know. I'd say 3,000 is like the budget I would give it for the whole project.
To throw in a Kumo, maybe more people would chip in.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do a Kuno, and we could, if you guys want to do the Kuno, and then we'll participate. but yeah, obviously, I guess have real numbers based on things you've actually found, and yeah, I think that would be a worthy. I mean, listen, if we could walk away from MoneroTopia in February and leave behind a Monero ATM that's functioning as like a local Monero box, that's
Someone will need to maintain it. Who's interested in doing that?
Yeah.
that would be part of the project, right? So I mean, we'll have locals involved at the conference. There are some there are people that are into Monero that live in Mexico City. You know, I've met them. They come to MoneroTopia. We have some good, there's a couple of people down there. Maybe
You could
one
either
of those.
you could either teach one of them to maintain it, or you could have maybe Body could do it. Like maybe Body could drive up there like once every 2 months or something.
Yeah, I don't want to volunteer him, but yeah, it's people like Body.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
There's other people as well. There's there's some locals right in Mexico City that I know that are Monero people, and then there's the local like vendors that are getting into Monero, but obviously that might be they might not like be technical enough. I don't know if you guys remember there was that one vendor there who's like had his little barbecue going and he's cooking up and he's also selling like tequila and stuff, and he has Monero. He's been accepting Monero now since the first MoneroTopia we did there. And when we showed up last week, he was there accepting Monero because he's there not just for MoneroTopia but on other weekends he comes. Him and the stall next to them were both accepting Monero, and then two other people within the bazaar I also found that were accepting Monero. So that's pretty exciting. That like and so when I bought stuff up from them too, like their wallet was already like loaded and synced. It wasn't like, oh, I haven't opened this up in forever. So it's
for him,
starting to get.
Because you guys like help some of these merchants who want to like exchange to pesos. Do you guys do that for him, for example?
No.
Oh, he spends it then, or just keeps it.
He keeps it. He lost a bunch of it from the first conference because he like lost his private key. But now that he's he's like Monero pilled. He like likes to receive it and keep it, and he sees he understands the value in it. And then I think maybe he has he uses maybe the gift cards or stuff maybe if he needs. I think. But,
yeah, and there would also be good for the project. Like we didn't have like such large scale pilot program. I would say like how people are using it, how much maintenance does it in practice. It really requires some maybe security measures. It will be good information for the project as well, so we can know what to improve.
I'm sorry. What is the thought? I missed
if you were to put it in the venue and keep it running after the conference, it will be valuable information for us.
Research project.
Yeah, like.
Oh yeah. It could also be and then here's the thought actually. I mean, I don't think we necessarily need to even raise money for it. It could be sponsored, right? We could get this thing sponsored. Cake Wallet, XMR Bazaar, like there could be sponsors, and you just see an ad on the thing, or just the way the thing is designed.
Oh, that would be neat to have like a splash page with like the cake sponsored by Cake Wallet. Tap here to start Monero.
Yeah, since it's not a self-funding thing, right? There is no income, right?
You could set a fee, so you collect the profits in Monero.
But I think we'd want to avoid that for legal reasons, right? So just make it. It's really just it's just a public utility that facilitates peer-to-peer Monero to pesos trades, right? It's just a box that can lock and hold pesos in it, release those, right? And then we maintain it by getting it sponsored. So there's no finger pointing that's saying it's run by some company that's collecting fees off of it. I think it just puts you in a better legal position.
We actually had the idea to put ads on the software to basically sponsor the software development to cover the costs of the software maintenance. As for the machine sponsorship, maybe like custom wrap around the machine, custom stickers all around it. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, something like that. And like, you know, we could have flyers, like informational Monero 101 flyers, and then also like a flyer that relates to the sponsors, right? Which would be people that, if you're going to start using Monero, you're going to want to know that you go to XMR Bazaar, you're going to want to know about Cake Wallet, all right? So
Splice screen is also possible.
yeah, all right. Well,
the like sponsor, when machine is inactive, it can like display on the screen.
yeah, that's to cover the software.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we can put
Right. You could just play stuff on the screen too, right?
Yeah.
Playing stuff on the screen would be good, because then we could change the sponsors. That
Yeah.
would be pretty wild.
That was our secret idea, how to make money from the software, you know?
Okay. Well, I mean, that could just fund the, you know, that can fund the machine, fund the maintenance of the machine. Because we could put some money towards who's maintaining it. It could, you know, yeah. We could talk more about that offline, because I think that's starting to galvanize, make more sense. The other thing too is I was thinking, like, if this ATM thing wasn't gonna, you know, if it's not gonna work, if we're not gonna get off the ground, that vendor that's there, and he's there all the time, and I was talking to him when I was down there. Caesar is his name. I was thinking maybe like making him a human Monero stand, right? He's there, so it just becomes known that he's the Monero guy. And then if other vendors want to get rid of their Monero, they always know that they could go sell it to Caesar, because he accepts Monero and he accepts pesos, and he's always willing to buy people's Monero. And then I could always be kind of, you know, the back end to that. If Caesar has Monero that he wants to get rid of, you know, I'll happily buy Monero off of him every now and then out of a need, because I want to purchase more Monero. So also peer-to-peer, and just kind of make him a living local Monero person that's there, right? And he could just be the Monero 101 stand as well, right? That's at Huerta Roma. So when people come to Huerta Roma, we could give him some, you know, decorate his stand a little bit. People know we'll have the Monero 101 flyer. Same thing like the, right? I think that's a good potential solution to get things going.
I have a question about Kumo. Maybe you'll know better. When people donate, do we see their like handle or username who donated?
No, not
they
unless
keep it.
Not unless they choose to. They can choose to leave a comment if they put their TX ID and a comment and submit it, but otherwise, no.
Because I'm thinking maybe it would be a great idea to like put a Kumo for hardware, you know, sponsorship. Then like whoever donates it, we put like either their like Twitter handle on the machine, like wrap it or put stickers. So basically the machine is advertising them, you know?
Yeah. That could be cool.
For example, if Cake guys want to sponsor it, you know, they chip
they
in
just donate
Kumo,
more.
They leave their TX ID, they leave what they want to put on it, you know? We put sticker on the side of it, big sticker.
Yeah. We can make it a threshold. You have to donate, you know, whatever. You donate at least 5 Monero or something, right? Or whatever it is.
Yeah. This would be the most flexible way, I think. Like, if
that's how it'd be.
You can put more than one machine.
Right.
And I think each machine would cost something like somewhere between 16 and 20 Monero.
Okay.
Depends how volatile it is.
Well, let's get one off the ground. Havino, but an app tipped 0.025 XMR. If the 3000 ATM hackathon was to alpha test the Havino Dex phone app on GitHub, you could turn any smartphone into a walking Monero ATM or Cueva. I have a feeling who this is. Yeah, I mean, that's an idea too. We can make that, you know. I mean, we could do both, right? That's a different project. That's trying to get the Havino Dex. I don't know. Are you guys following that? The app that's being built for Havino?
No. Well, we have an idea what Havino is, but no, not the app. I was like, well, maybe it's not I don't know. What if we could connect like ATM machines to Havino or something?
Just first get everything to work.
Yeah.
Actually, that might
makes
possible
sense.
Because Havino does have an API. Like the software itself does have a daemon and an API, so that might be at least somewhat possible.
I mean, I was imagining too one day, like, built into XMR Bazaar would be, you could see where these ATM machines are. And then that could also be the app that you essentially use to basically interact with the ATM, right? Because people, right? It would be good if people are notified when there's cash in the machine, right? So they know that they can go sell their Monero, right? So I was thinking that could work even through XMR Bazaar.
Yeah. So if we get one working in Mexico and we build like more ones, place them around Mexico, with the usage data, it would help us to like kickstart the unbanked project, so we can, do this dynamic pricing. We observe behavior like arbitrage, make sure that machines can't be cheated, but still like there's incentive to run them. We could build this like I don't know, what did John recommend? Like some sort of mesh network, but I think that there's no need for that. But we need to put more research. Some sort of like a backend service where these machines connect and report their buy and sell rates. Like that could be integrated into XMR Bazaar as well.
That's why also we want to put ads on the machine so we can get money to cover these development expenses. And want to keep the hardware funding, sponsoring the hardware. The hardware has like the stickers or whatever.
Everything is open source, so.
Yeah. I'm like imagining it. I was thinking about this for quite some time, because I was thinking, because if you had in XMR Bazaar, essentially, if there was functionality, obviously seeing where the ATMs are on the map, that's one thing. But like I said, knowing that you could not only do that, but you can look at the ATM and you'll see that there's pesos in it to be retrieved, right? Because that's or it'll notify people that it like needs pesos in it, right? So people know it's like a hot machine. Like, all right, time to go. I could go, right? Because that you really need that component to keep for this thing to work, because it's not always going to be liquid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we want the operator to like also set rates. Maybe if they're gonna configure some fees, we want the machines to report like how much money they have, how much money or whatever cash, their capacity, and also like their rates.
For the far future, we want to have sort of dynamic price algorithm where based on the capacity it's different.
Yes.
And maybe operator could get notification, for example, the machine is full of cash, to take out the cash, replenish the Monero, and he actually takes the good profit from this dynamic price algorithm.
Yeah, the way I see it is the cash person is the one that's driving the trade, right? So basically they would show up with the if it's an empty machine, they show up with the cash. Monero's at $400 or whatever it is. They would put cash, $400 in the machine, knowing that they would get paid, one Monero. Let's say one Monero is worth $400 at that time, right? That would be the rate on the machine, right? It would show. So they'd put $400 in, but they wouldn't get the one Monero right away, right? It wouldn't be until somebody comes and spends the Monero for the cash. So at the point of being the cash depositor, you're kind of buying the Monero at that point, and you're taking, that, because otherwise I don't see how it would work. Does that make sense?
It's a bit complex.
That is one of the models like we explored, but another one is like we facilitate the instant trade. So it's not like, I don't know, it can still be considered like a local peer-to-peer machine, but like we are trying to solve the problem of cash box maintenance. So it's like if you put a 50 euro bill instead of 10 euro bills, the 50 euro bill occupies less space in the cash box, so it's like less maintenance for the operator. So we want to offer a more feasible rate in this case. But yeah, two problems we're trying to solve. One of that is this, and the other one, we want the profits to be made in cash so we can cut out the banks from this ecosystem.
Exchange.
Well, wait, what are you saying? What do you mean the profits?
The operator doesn't have to cash out the Monero, like the profits are made in cash. It's more favorable.
If you're running, but that's what I'm saying. Now you have an operator. They're making it. That's. I think you're going to run into problems, or you're just a regular ATM at that point. Now you just have to get licensed and whatnot. It's like you haven't, right?
Up to the operator, right?
Yeah, I think there's two different things here. There's the operator method where you have to get licensed and all this thing, and what Doug is talking about is a fully peer-to-peer machine.
Yes.
Where you walk up, you deposit whatever cash you want, and then the next time somebody comes up and takes some of that cash, you get the Monero that they send.
Exactly.
It's kind of impossible to cut out the operator because you buy the machine. Someone has to buy the machine first of all. The machine initial balance is 0 XMR, 0 fiat. You need operator. You cannot start operating without an operator doing something to it.
No, I would show up with cash as a customer and say, all right, I'm buying $400 worth of Monero, and I'll sit and wait for my Monero to get sent from one.
But the initial state after you bought the machine is 0 XMR in the machine, 0 fiat. You cannot buy Monero. You cannot buy fiat. You need operator regardless.
You have the machine. The machine is sponsored by XMR Bazaar. It's sponsored by Cake Wallet. That's going to cover the cost of the machine, the cost of the development, and maintenance, right? And now the machine is. What's that?
What about the initial balance of the machine? Because
the balance is at 0-0, but I'm proposing an idea where somebody shows up with a customer, not the owner of the machine, a customer shows up with cash, and they go to buy Monero. There's no Monero there. They're just putting cash into the machine, right? Yeah. But then people on XMR Bazaar are getting notified. There's now cash in the machine. You can go buy that cash with Monero. It's at that moment when the Monero gets sent to the seller of the cash. When they deposit the cash, they don't get paid. It becomes a local. It becomes a box for facilitating local Monero trades that just temporarily holds cash until buyers come and buy the cash with Monero.
Yeah, that's one of the paths we can explore.
In this case,
I think it's pretty brilliant thing. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure in the eyes of it's. Even that, right? They'll argue, but at that point, it seems pretty, I don't know, peer to peer.
Yeah, that is. But do you think the ad revenue would be enough incentive for an operator in that case?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we gotta. I mean, it's the cost of the machine, right? And then the maintenance. I mean. Maybe there is a way the maintenance can be paid, like the maintainers can get paid. I don't know how you would make that peer to peer.
You cannot.
That's the thing.
Well, I mean, they would just get paid from the sponsorship fees, but yeah, I think it could be enough. I don't know. We got to look at the numbers.
Depending on continuous sponsors and. Some companies maybe
right. So if you have like a screen, if you have a screen on it that can change all the time, like sponsored by Cake, right? And then it could be updated. You could add sponsors, so that could keep it fresh, right? And they pay so much per month, right? I don't know, but I mean, I don't see. Yeah, I would think it'd be possible, right? Because it's a lot of fixed price. It's a lot of fixed costs, right? Which is just the machine itself.
Yeah.
Right. Once it's plugged in and it's working, there's really not what is the maintenance it's kind of self-sufficient at that point. You just need somebody to show up, make sure it's still plugged in, make sure the internet's still connected. If you guys issue some software update, they have to make sure the thing is up to date.
Cleaning the acceptor.
What's that? You don't need to clean it often. If somebody pours down hot coffee down the bill acceptor, is still going to work. Like these things are extremely resilient.
Yeah.
Daft.
Yeah. So what would the maintenance person be doing? Mostly, it would be just making sure like the internet's working and the thing is plugged in, right?
Right, but like another issue in that peer-to-peer setup is, let's say the cash box is full, and nobody wants to sell their Monero and buy cash, then this machine is just stuck.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I mean, then the experiment doesn't work, right? Then like it's just show. I mean, because it would just get to a price where somebody would be willing to spend Monero for that cash, right? Wouldn't right?
Well, if we had the dynamic like prices, then sure, but like people are making the offers. Like if nobody fulfills this peer-to-peer offer, then this machine will be stuck.
No, I think the price does have to, so we have to figure out, like when somebody puts the cash in at that time. I don't know how much Monero they're then, are they locking in the price at that time, or is that, no, I don't think so.
We could make them change their rate later on if they wish, if nobody is like fulfilling their order. Maybe.
If no one is fulfilling their order, you give the money back. If he doesn't come back within a month to take it back, we put it into cash box and you keep the money.
I think it's like you're buying the Monero at that point at whatever price it is then, right? I don't know. This needs more thought.
Yeah.
Let me bring Bawdy up though, so we could I could talk to you guys for hours, obviously, and we can continue to talk in Signal or whatever in that group chat we have. Figure this out, but it feels more galvanized than ever. I think there's something there. Let me actually bring Bawdy up real quick. Bawdy, I hope you're ready. I'll just bring him up on stage and then we'll run the price report. But maybe he's got some insight into this. Bawdy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Great.
Yeah, we could do price report, but I want to see if you had any thoughts on these concepts.
No, I mean I think you guys have really live on air thought out a lot of the problems. I honestly kind of think these problems are, I wouldn't call them insurmountable, but they are significant challenges, and I think it's going to be pretty hard to implement this.
Okay.
It's kind of the same conclusion as, well, I mean, obviously, you've got kind of the legal issue going on, right? There's the question of, well, now you're in custody of funds, and okay, you've got a multi-sig Monero address, but you are technically in custody of some cash, and if you aren't in custody, then the machine is, and you're in control of the machine. Plus the maintenance thing, like Mexico City isn't just a hop, skip, and a jump away from me. It's like, would you be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to drive once a month from San Francisco to San Diego to maintain an ATM?
Dude, I'm not suggesting that. The shortwave said that, not me. I didn't say that.
Shakes fist at shortwave. No, I'm just
and I did not say once a month. I said once every 2 months, and I was just using you as an example, sir, because I know you live in that area.
Yes.
You live in that country, at least.
I don't know. Maybe it is a non-starter though. Maybe the fact that the machine holds cash is, God damn it.
I mean, if it could be done quickly and cheaply, it would be a cool thing to just like set up for MoneroTopia and have it be a point of, transactions. But I'm not confident that leaving it there for the entire year is all that viable.
We'd really be testing.
Unless you find people in Mexico that can deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could find someone local that has like a technical mind and an orientation, any inclination to do it, then maybe it is achievable. But otherwise, I would think more like focus on a quick and dirty solution that would work for the conference as opposed to like a permanent solution. And then maybe that can grow, right? If you have something basic, maybe you find someone, maybe it inspires somebody to help out.
Right. Yeah, if you get a prototype working at the conference and vendors are actually trading with that, and then we could figure out if it can grow from there. All right. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. This is great. I enjoyed the conversation. And excited to see you guys down in Mexico City. It's going to come fast.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Can't wait for MoneroTopia.